Hello friends, this is Vishakha Daga coming up with next round of editorial explained. Now when COVID happened in 2019, lockdown was our primary response because we wanted to save life. However, more life were lost because of lockdown as well, because of unemployment, because of anxiety, depression and several other reasons. So the question about lockdown was actually raised by many people. And with the recent mutation we are seeing these days, that is Omicron, the question are being raised whether a kind of a Pavlovian response is actually an effective measure for the Omicron. So in this video, first we are going to discuss what is Pavlovian response and can it actually stop Omicron or should we think for something else? So let's just move ahead and discuss this in detail. Now, first of all, this editorial was discussed in Live Mint, which talk about how it actually declared in the heading itself that Pavlovian response is not a very good strategy. Now let's see what has happened actually. Now when first COVID struck us, the social distancing or the distancing was very much required and we were not prepared to deal with this. When we didn't know how to prepare with this, we thought prevention is going to be the best strategy. And this is what was being adopted by Italy, US, not US exactly, India, etc. So, which was a knee-jerk reaction because we were not prepared. So, we faced the lockdown at that time. However, recently, many mutations were seen from alpha, beta, gamma to delta, and now is Omicron. Now, with Omicron mutant seen in story, again a knee-jerk reaction is seen by the country, is actually shown by the country. With they have actually imposed travel restriction on most of and many parts of the world that include US, Canada, and even European countries have imposed travel restriction. Article says this is an unwanted knee-jerk reaction which may not be healthy for the humanity. Now, article in order to explain that gives an example of Pavlovian response, that how illusionary, not exactly illusionary, but unwanted response is actually a travel restriction. It gives an example of Pavlovian response. Now, this type of question can be asked in a PT, that Pavlovian response, which was in news recently, was related to what? It is a psychological term, deals with a behavioral psychology. Okay, it deals with a behavioral psychology that itself deal with the classical conditioning. Okay, classical conditioning. That means changing, like bringing a modification in behavior of a person with the help of external stimuli or with the change in the environment. If you change some environment, then you can bring a behavioral change in a person. Here, response is a person is actually acting or responding to some external natural condition. First of all, any natural condition brings a natural reaction in a person. What if you see a lion? What if you see an elephant? A lion is roaring and then you see a response. This is an external response. It says that you can bring similar kind of response using an artificial scenario as well. You can bring a similar kind of response using an artificial scenario as well. This is Pavlovian response, that you can bring some kind of behavioral change or some kind of response in an individual using external natural stimuli and artificial stimuli, external artificial stimuli. It gives an example. Let's see a dog. Whenever you offer a food to a dog, even before eating, he experiences a salivation, like he see a saliva in its mouth. Now, if you whistle in front of him, there will not be saliva because food brings saliva. Whistling will not. It's something it may annoy a dog. However, what if you practice it at least for a week, that whenever you offer a food to a dog, you start whistling as well. Over the period of time, dog would confuse the whistle noise, not confuse exactly, it will identify a pattern and it will think since there is a whistle, there will be a food as well, and it will start salivating there itself. So saliva will come out of its mouth with the whistle itself. Now there will be a time he will be so much conditioned that even if you don't offer him food and you whistle, the dog is going to have a saliva. Right? This is classical conditioning, that you can actually elicit same kind of response from a person using artificial stimuli with that you were bringing with the natural stimuli as well. Then the article says this is unwanted in case of humanity. The article says that this food was actually first wave of COVID. right? When the first wave of COVID came, it was natural, right? It was natural that we imposed lockdown. Then mutations came, and even then it was natural that we imposed lockdown because we were not prepared, because one condition which was visible in here, that we were not prepared. So when COVID came and then its mutation came, you imposed lockdown, it is justified. But then article said this may not be required now, because now here it is an artificial scenario where the mutation, that is Omicron, is here. Now it's only Omicron is here. It is not exactly the scenario, external scenario, the external natural stimuli. Why? Because now you're prepared in here. Now you're prepared, and that's why you're not supposed to give this kind of knee-jerk reaction that you hear a whistle, you hear a mutation, and then you're imposing a lockdown. Then you're doing exactly what this dog is doing. It says, this article says that this kind of knee-jerk reaction, that is lockdown, and the travel restriction is unwanted. And it gives 4 or 5 reasons to question this knee-jerk reaction. First, it says this is so far endemic, not a pandemic. It has not impacted the whole world. It is seen in few countries among various continents. Also, it says that if you're actually afraid that you're going to impose a travel restriction on some country, it may help. Then article says it's actually among most of the continent now. So maybe few countries, the blockage for few countries is not going to help. Third and fourth are the most effective argument, that it says you are not helpless anymore. Now you have vaccines, antiviral drug, as well as some other tools. So you don't have to be that worried as you were in the first case. And then it says there is a human and economic cost to this restriction. Last time, more people were impacted because of lockdown. They didn't have job. They suffered from anxiety, depression, family loss, divorces, child marriages. And this was a greater loss to many people than was just lockdown, that just COVID itself. The article says, are we ready to bear this cost again when people are trying to build their life back? And thus, it just not only talk about why this is not recorded, it also says what is alternative ideas that you can implement. First, it says that you need to work on public health and social measures. Now, I'll give you an example how Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Maldives were working much better because their public health infrastructure was better. Their health security index was better. But other countries were not, because they did not actually invest in the public health infrastructure. Second is the social measures that you can take, and these are very easy. Same thing, do gaz zaruri, mask hai zaruri. Similarly, you have to impose social distancing. You have to use the hand washing and sanitizing, and actually using the mask as well. So this was the first measure I talked about. Then it talked about that you need to use more technological ideas like IT tool for the better decision making. If someone is impacted in that particular area, use algorithm, identify the people who can be impacted, quarantine those, than actually putting a lockdown in the entire population. So IT data-driven decision making can be actually used in here. Next is, it says universal vaccination is one of the most one of the most effective solution that need to be used, right? It says that either we all are going to survive or no one is, and that's why you can easily quote this actually statement anywhere. Either everyone is safe or no one is safe, and this has to be entire strategy to deal with the world, and that's why countries should work for this, and globally international organization should also work for this. I hope this entire video was useful to you. If that is the case, you need to like and subscribe the video. If not, put your doubts in the comment section. Thank you so much.
Current Affairs by Forum IAS is an all-in-one program that covers the dynamic aspect of the syllabus from both prelims and mains perspective. Last year, we have helped more than 100 students crack IAS with our current affairs classes.